Welcome back to Wild Wisdom. Here are some fascinating facts of the pollinators. Hey there, nature lovers. Today, let's talk about some of the hardest working creatures on the planet, pollinators. These amazing animals help plants reproduce and create the beautiful world we live in. Plants need help to make seeds, and that's where pollinators come in. They move pollen from one flower to another, allowing plants to create seeds. Think of it like a dance. The flower needs the pollen to make a seed, but it can't move the pollen itself. That's where the pollinator enters, like a graceful dancer, flitting from flower to flower. As they visit different flowers, they spread the love, helping the plant world thrive. Now, you might be thinking, pollinators, huh? That sounds like a job for bees, and you wouldn't be wrong. Bees are some of the best-known pollinators, but they're not the only ones out there. Oh no, not by a long shot. Get ready to explore a fascinating world of butterflies, birds, bats, and even some surprising creatures you might not expect. From the tiniest insects to some pretty impressive mammals, the world of pollinators is diverse, fascinating, and absolutely vital to our planet's health.
Okay, let's start with the superstars bees. These busy bodies are pollination pros. They zoom from flower to flower, collecting pollen on their furry little bodies. Honeybees are famous for their hives and honey, but there are actually thousands of bee species, and they come in all shapes and sizes.
Next up, we have the always fashionable butterflies. With their brightly colored wings and graceful flight, butterflies add a touch of elegance to the pollinator world. They use their long tongues, called proboscises, to reach deep inside flowers for nectar, picking up pollen along the way.
But hold on, folks, because the pollinator parade isn't over yet. We've got some feathered friends joining the party. That's right, birds. Hummingbirds in particular are amazing pollinators. Their tiny bodies are packed with energy, and they can visit hundreds of flowers in a single day, sipping nectar with their long beaks and transferring pollen like tiny winged messengers. And if you think birds are surprising, get ready for this. Bats are pollinators too. That's right, those nocturnal creatures play a crucial role in pollinating plants, especially at night. They're particularly important for plants that bloom in the evening, like agave and cactus, using their long tongues to lap up nectar and inadvertently spreading pollen as they go.
Now, you might be wondering, why should we care so much about pollinators? Well, my friends, these tiny creatures play a huge role in our lives, even if we don't see them hard at work. Remember how we talked about plants needing help to make seeds? Those seeds are pretty important. Think about the fruits, vegetables, and nuts that we eat every day. Apples, oranges, blueberries, almonds, coffee, chocolate. All of these delicious treats depend on pollinators. Without pollinators, our plates would be a lot less colorful and a lot less tasty. But it's not just about the food we eat directly. Pollinators also help support entire ecosystems. They ensure the reproduction of countless plant species, which provide food and shelter for other animals. It's a delicate balance, and pollinators are right at the heart of it. So, you see, these tiny creatures, from the busiest bee to the flittiest butterfly, are essential to the health of our planet and the well-being of humans everywhere.
Section 4, the amazing world of pollinators, fun facts. Now, are you ready for some fun facts about these amazing creatures? Hold on to your hats, because the world of pollinators is full of surprises.
Did you know that some bees can see ultraviolet light? That's right, they see colors and patterns on flowers that are invisible to the human eye. Talk about a superpower.
And how about this? A single honeybee colony can visit up to 50 million flowers in a day. That's a lot of pollen power.
Here's another one. The largest pollinator in the world is the black and white ruffed lemur from Madagascar. These primates can weigh up to 9 pounds and have a sweet tooth for nectar, making them important pollinators for the island's unique plants.
And did you know that chocolate comes from a plant that's pollinated by tiny flies called midges? These tiny insects are attracted to the cacao plant's strong odor, and they're the only ones who can navigate the complex flower structure to pollinate it.
Section 5. Pollinators in peril. Threats to these tiny helpers. Sadly, my friends, pollinators around the world are facing some big challenges. Habitat loss, pesticide use, climate change, and disease are all taking a toll on these important creatures. Just like we depend on them, they depend on us to protect them. Imagine a world without the buzz of bees, the flutter of butterflies, or the sweet songs of hummingbirds flitting from flower to flower. Our gardens and farms would be eerily silent, and our plates would be far less appealing. The good news is that we can all be part of the solution. Even small actions can make a big difference for pollinators. By planting pollinator-friendly gardens, reducing pesticide use, and supporting organizations working to protect these crucial creatures, we can all do our part to ensure that pollinators continue to thrive for generations to come.
Section 6. Protecting our pollinators. A call to action. So, what can you do to help? It's simple: plant flowers. Create a pollinator paradise in your own backyard with brightly colored native plants that will attract bees, butterflies, and more.
Avoid using pesticides as these can harm pollinators. And spread the word. Tell your friends and family about the importance of pollinators and how we can all work together to protect them.
Remember, every little bit counts. By taking action to protect pollinators, we're not just helping these amazing creatures. We're helping to protect our planet and our own future. Let's all do our part to keep the world buzzing, blooming, and beautiful.